Nice. That's a good way to throw. Nice. Yeah, nice. Genius. Genius. What are you doing? Like, you're holding nothing. These guys. What is this? What is this angle? You're looking at your own Kiba. The door is closed, bro. I don't know. You're just not thinking, dude. You're not thinking. Flip the switch on your brain and start thinking. Hello and welcome back to Spectating Nightmares, where I watch you guys be horrible at the game, and today is especially special, double special, because we're watching the first ever console Spectating Nightmare, which means we can watch it, judge it, and realize what console players are doing wrong, especially in Emerald 3, because we have Liquid in Emerald 3 today, playing on PlayStation in NA on Clubhouse. This is a great map, and this is going to be a lot of fun. I've been playing console for a bit, and this is my peak rank. I didn't do great this game and was wondering what kinds of things I could fix. I think the thing I struggle with most is swinging when I don't need to. Pretty obvious mistake that most people do. Let's get into the match and actually see what this player is doing wrong. Emerald and Ash player, name a better duo. Let's see what this guy gets up to in the prep phase. I'm just going to call him this player because I'm not going to be able to see his name for most of this. So I'm going to just say this guy or this dude or bad at game. Player bad, give me nightmare. All right, so we're not droning. Okay, you're Ash. I'm interested to see what you're going to do. You know their CC at least. So now changing the spawn, that's good. Figuring out where you want to push from. Making a plan. This looks like a plan is being formed, and that's already a good start, actually. I was ready to roast, but now I have to take it back for a second because he's already making a plan. Looks like he's spawning garage side. He knows their CC. Maybe we're going to try to take Raptor's power position. Could be sick. This drone bottom red is pretty nice. Just leave it here, and you can use it later if they don't shoot it. That's fine. That's fine. That's great. You know, great start. Great start. I'm impressed so far. Good job. Good job, Emeralds. Good job, console Emeralds. Checking for spawn peak. Always good. It's so funny to see the controller movement. I mean, hey, better aim than me on controller already. That's a good start. You know, it's not hard to beat, but hey, that's good. All right, so right off rip, if I see this wall is soft, I just ash right through it. Just open up the wall. You know, droning it first is fine. You see the guys down here. Now he can't leave. You literally have a hole in the wall. You literally had a hole in the wall that you could have seen him through. You saw it on your drone too, so I'm interested to know why you didn't just look through the hole. Okay, there we go. About time. Okay, that guy's dead. Good job. Still, Ash open the bottom of garage. It adds pressure and adds a different avenue. If you don't Ash this open, you can only come through this door and the other door, and it's just like ashing this open just also establishes another point of pressure for if they do flank, you can kill them from there. It's just like there's no reason to not ash this open, especially considering their lineup. There's nothing you're going to use your ash charges on anyway, except for maybe like a Goyo or ash below for a bandit or something. So you might as well just ash open the wall. Just get it open, or just bring breach charges if you know the bottom garage wall is soft, and you can just breach charge in there. Adding pressure, adding more avenues. Why are we running into them in a 5v3, right? You're not even aimed at anything. You could have just died like 4 different ways if one of the 3 of these people is playing this properly, like standing and watching this because you guys don't have the breach open anyway. So like, just slow down. You have 2 minutes. There's no need to run at them. And I think you already knew that. Like, if Bandit's just not a moron here and holds the area where his teammate died, you're cooked. And now you're sprinting at him in a 5v1. Nice. That's a good way to throw. Nice. Yeah, nice. Genius. Genius. What are you doing? Look it. Look it. Look it. You know why this is bad? You know why this is bad, guys? I've said it every freaking week. He has cover and you don't. So instead of running at him thinking you're the best player ever in the 5v1, just chill. Just hold the site. Get your teammates to come. And if he pushes in, then you kill him. Like, why are we doing this? This is the epitome of Emerald. Just like running at the last guy and like trying to get the kill just to like throw the round or lose. Like 3v1, much more winnable than a 5v1, right? But your teammates just all decide to run at him, which does work if you do it coordinated, but you know, it could also result in you losing the game when you're solo queue because your teammates are always bad. You guys are the ones that always say, my teammates suck. I can't rank up because of my teammates. Then stop giving them the chance to be the... Stop making your teammates have to win the round if you want to win because you already know they're bad. So why are you throwing so that you have to rely on your teammates? Like, don't put yourself in positions to rely on your teammates. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they should win that, but they might not because they're bad, and you already know this. I mean, I'm okay with the Ash pick. Ash is like, you could get the champ just playing Ash because she's so basic, but like, you could also stack the odds in your favor a little more by playing other operators. If you want to walk around and use the R4C and shoot your mag and spawn and do 360s, you can. It's just not really doing anything. I think there's just better options. But I mean, the simple way to play the game with Ash and just shooting and taking map control and learning positioning, that's a great way to learn the basics that are really the essentials to getting better and ranking up. So I'm okay with the Ash pick. It's just like, if you want to take your game a little, like upgrade it a little bit, you can play other operators. Also, you're wasting all your time. I don't know what you're doing. We're gonna actually use the Ash Charger this time, which is good. That's nice. Then you can drop the Logi hatch, which is good. Add pressure to Logi. This is fine. They are gym this time, which is good to know. I'm interested to know why you dropped your drone down outside the Jacuzzi drone hole instead of droning from the Logi hatch, because you can't push Jacuzzi side, but you can drop the Logi hatch. Like, the Logi hatch is your only way into the building right now. So droning Jacuzzi isn't doing anything. Droning this is good. Now you know if there's someone main, so when you do drop, you know if someone's playing here. There's two in the hallway. That's good to know. But you still don't know if Logi's clear. So there could still be a guy in Logi, which you can't drone because you have no drones over there. And driving your drone past these people in the hallway is going to be really hard. So you see the guy in logistics peeking into his angle. This is a gunfight you lose if they're aiming at it already, by the way. Which is why on defense, you should just sit in Logi and stare at the hatch. Because if morons like you do this, you just get a free kill. So don't peek this. And they're... How do they not even know? Why is nobody looking at it? You literally ashed it open. They know you're here. And they just sit and let you get... Like, that's insane. Like, they're bad. That's not because you're good. That's because they're bad. Like, if you do that in champ, basically, you just die. So you're not going to get to champ by doing that. That's what I'm trying to say. Going back to Logi hatch. Now, still there's no game plan. Here, we wasted a minute and a half. We've droned a few things, but it hasn't established any map control, and you're just kind of hoping that they give you free picks. And if they don't give you free picks, eventually you're going to have to drop into their traps, push in, and die. If they just hold angles and play it somewhat okay. Because right now, you guys have no map control. You can't open any breaches because you don't have a hard breacher, and you didn't pick a hard breacher either. And you don't have any control in the map. It's not even like you can walk up red stairs right now. It's not like you can come across from cache because you guys literally have control of nothing in a minute and a half. So you're baiting for picks on a site that, yes, you can bait for picks and it can work, but if the other team does not give you these free kills and doesn't play it like morons, you guys just lose the round. So you have to try and work for map control. This is a site that's really, really easy to add a lot of pressure by opening con wall, opening Jacuzzi wall. Pick Maverick if you have nobody else to help you with that. Like, literally just make lines of sight, and now the amount of spots they can sit in safely and hide reduces significantly. For example, those two players sitting in the hallway, and now you can get free kills a lot easier rather than just hoping they peek into the only couple of directions you're looking, which is like the con window and the Logi hatch. Now that you know this is clear, this is a good time to push them. Or drop together. You know, this is why another operator would be better, because you can actually use utility to force your way into Logi with a flashbang, with the Grim Bees, whatever. You can clear this Goyo a lot easier if you have the utility for it. But dropping into his line of sight, you're just at a massive disadvantage, right? So you can't push here unless he actually leaves. So again, your whole team baits for kills and you guys win the round. But if the other team is not horrible and they don't peek into... See, you see what you guys are doing? You're holding nothing. Like, you're literally just sitting on windows and hoping that they sit in the middle of the open. If they don't do that, you have to push in. You have to plant the bomb. You all die. I feel like I'm repeating myself at this point. All right, so we're going for a third round of baiting with Ash. It works in Emerald. Hey, it works in Emerald. It won't work all the time in Emerald, especially when you play Diamonds or Champs, which is probably why you're not getting past Emerald. You're doing strats that works half the time in Emerald, so you only win half the time. Your teammate's already in. There's no point joining at this point. Your drone's behind them. Like, you're not calling out anyway. This is actually nice. Because we have the full replay, we can tell if they're calling out. There's no comms whatsoever, which means you're droning to ping a shield. Like, what's the point of that? Like, just push with him. You're better off being able to be in the position to trade him, use him as a human drone, and play off his gunfights to add more pressure and have a better chance of actually winning the fight. Plus, you could use utility to help your team. So I'm glad you're pushing now. It's just something that could have happened sooner instead of driving a drone in front of him for literally no reason, because it's not doing anything at all. This is good. This is a nice long angle. I would just use the cover of the doorway like that. Much better. This is still a disadvantage though. This is the exact same scenario as the red stairs when you lost the gunfight. They get a super nice head glitch on this. If they peek this side, you're in the middle of the open. You have to flick and hit the nastiest, tightest little tap of your life. Like, you guys are just exposed in this hallway, and this angle actually helps them a lot more than it helps you. So opening this, well, yes, you have a long angle. Now they also have long angles onto you that you're actually at a bit of a disadvantage in, especially if they're peeking up over this box. Like, you're just clapped every single time over the top of that box, especially with all the people who play like Doc and Rook in this rank, you know. The 1.5 crutches of Emerald, sorry. So now he is on this box. He has the head glitch. He has the advantage. Unless you manage to literally dunk on this guy, you are going to lose this fight. Which is why it's better to just push somewhere else at this point. You see? Oh my god, this guy is so... He's not even looking! Your whole team is over here, and he's running into his own castle. This guy is a moron, okay? Look at this guy. What is it? Where is he going? Where are you going, dude? There's no one over there. Based under these circumstances, I would say you could probably hit champ just doing this because everybody is freaking lost in the sauce. Just kidding. I think there was a silver actually on the other team when they loaded up. I'm not sure if that's hidden MMR thing or if he's actually silver, but that could have been him. All right, again, we are just sitting and waiting and hoping the other team. This is the same thing as last round, okay? You are sitting and doing nothing. You have the control, but now you have to use the control to get control of the bomb site. You have to continuously use the control to gather more control. Was there a call that he's flanking? I feel like your teammate said something. I don't know if that was it or you just heard him. But again, we are just baiting for kills. There's that gunfight. You see how much of a disadvantage you have? You have to hit this tiny little headshot, which you weren't able to do. And if that guy doesn't miss his whole mag, you die. Like you're in the middle of the open. Somehow he didn't land a single shot, which again, I'm like, holy shit, you know what I'm saying? So we hear the guy garage, so he knows he's garage. He's waiting for this pick. This is fine. I mean, you can try to do that. That is the main problem right there, is like he can look down through the holes, or he can just keep wasting your time. Because again, if he just doesn't peek you or just keeps sitting here, eventually you have to push the site and then he drops and shoots you in the back. So like you don't have the time advantage to be able to sit here and wait for this guy the entire time. But if you push into the site, you have a 1v2 on site instead of 1v3. Because this is also a stupid play by Goyo because he's leaving his teammates in a 1v2. So if you instead of waiting and baiting and baiting and waiting, you just push the two guys on site. If you win your gunfights, you have the site, and then this guy has to retake, and the 1v1 is super easy. All right, let's see how the defenses go. We played Ashe every single round on attack. I mean, that's maybe the most Emerald thing I've ever seen. Good chance of staying in Emerald by only playing Ashe, I'm not gonna lie. It's not a matter of Ashe is bad, guys. I think this is the thing people don't understand, is like, by playing Ashe, you are just playing to get kills. And when you switch your mindset from playing for kills to playing for map control and team play and playing based on objective and time and take your focus away from kills entirely, you will have so much more success by shifting that focus. But by keeping your focus primarily on getting kills, you will just get stuck in Emerald. Like that is the epitome of the Emerald mindset, which is why you guys are getting stuck in Emerald or Diamond even, or even like Silver and Gold. Like you can't get past Emerald by only playing for kills. You have to play with your team, you have to play for map control, and you have to use that map control to gain control of the bomb site. On attack, it's really that simple. We still won 2 attacks, so that's fine. But again, that gym site you probably shouldn't have won. And the cash site, I mean, you guys did just get a bunch of free picks, which is fine. You know, that will happen even in Champion. Like sometimes you just get a bunch of kills and you're in a 5v1. You're like, okay, nice, we won. But you don't want to throw those rounds too. This Raptor setup's pretty good. You know, Azami Raptors is always good. I like that you're playing the power positions. So you are on your defense here playing for the map control, which is good. I just wish you would check the cams and see where they're actually pushing from. Because clearly at this point in my head, I'm like, nobody is pushing garage side. So why don't I check the cams and see if I can confirm that they're all going cash side? Because if they're all going cash side, I could stop wasting my Azamis and Raptors knowing nobody is coming over here. And based on the fact that nothing has happened yet, it doesn't seem like anyone's coming over here. Plus, you can just momentarily check the garage cam to see if you have a Valve cam garage. You could even switch between just to see where they're coming from. Like, just see where they are. Right now, you have no idea where they are, and you're using all your utility over here, despite the fact that it seems like nobody is coming over here. Obviously, that Azami is horrible. I hope we all know that. That was one of the worst Azamis we've ever seen. I don't know why we're just wasting it. Like, think a little bit, man. It seems like you're like, oh, Pox said Raptors control is super powerful. I'm going to sit in Raptors and do nothing the whole time because I'm in Raptors, so we win. That's not how it works. Yes, you can hold literally everything from Raptors, but you have to know which area to hold based on information. So if you have the information by checking the cams that they're all going con side, you can then hold the con cross. You're looking at a closed wall. Like this, you're like, hold con side, or get ready to run out garage, or like figure out where they're coming from at all. You obviously know one's breached now at this point, but it's like, there's a minute left and you have done nothing. You're hoping that your teammates succeed in getting these picks while you are doing nothing, but you could help them get these picks by figuring out where the enemies are and distracting them, shooting the drones for your teammates, swinging with your teammates, and guaranteeing that you guys are gaining that advantage. But right now you're hoping that your team can do it without you, which is just not a way to succeed continuously over and over again. Because like, what happens when your whole team dies? You go, oh, my teammates suck. It's like, okay, but like, you could help them succeed by playing off of them a bit more. Now at this point, you know one's breached. This is fine. Like at this point, you are fine to do what you're doing. Everything before this point, you could have been doing more to help your team. That's what I'm trying to say. And if you guys really want to rank up, you need to start understanding these concepts. Because I'm not saying this because I'm like, you guys suck and I'm better than all of you. I'm saying this because I'm trying to help you guys get better. If that's not obvious. But now we're in a 3v3. This is still good. Okay. Like, if you just, why did you stop holding this? That's my question. If you just keep holding this, you probably win this fight on Osa. He probably droned you out. This is also why I like to do them a little lower so I can peek over top of them as well, because this is the only angle you could be holding on him, unless you went far right and held a longer angle on the breach, but then you tucked and then he got in position, then your crosshair was off and then he smoked you. So like, it's tough to say. I wish I could go in the free cam right now, but if you play that from rafters, like the like R1, like top of the stairs, you can actually watch the whole breach cross. And because you have that long range scope, like you can peek off of it and kind of play off your zombies a little bit better. But like, that was the only spot you could have been in at that point, to be fair. To be fair. This guy's probably cooked. I mean, this is one of the hardest post plants to retake as a defender in the entire game. So that's why you want to stop this from happening before it happens. This guy's thermiting red in a 2v1. That is insane gameplay. Giving him another avenue to push from. If you're thermite, don't do that. Like, this guy has to push through cash. Why would you open the other wall to make another place for him to push from? That is absolutely insane. That guy's Emerald 1 doing that, by the way. Busting out the mirror. Okay, so we're changing the operators for the first time this game. I thought maybe we'd just be a zombie main every single round. Yeah, I like Mira here. Mira's good. Mira, again, solo queue-wise, she's okay if you play her, like, kind of weird, but otherwise, you're kind of hoping your teammates play your Mira properly. Because you have two, you can only play one. So it's almost like, I feel like it's like a half value situation where it's like, well, if my teammate's playing one and they mess up, I'm screwed, right? So it's like, you can only guarantee that one Mira is going to be played. Plus, like, there's so many counters. I think one just got Twitch droned, Ash, obviously. So it's just like, it's not the most reliable thing. It's not passive info. It's fine. I mean, a Mira strat's always like a good start, let's say. It's more about defense. I feel like, though, people rely on their setups, and when the setups fail, they feel kind of screwed. Like, I've been in this position too as a newer player, you know, or just like a less experienced player. It's like, I would set the site up and be like, wow, I really hope the other team doesn't dismantle the setup, because if they don't, we're gonna win. But the second they do, then you're like, fuck, what do I do, right? So I think the more you can, or the less you can rely on your setup and just rely on positioning and fundamentals, the better you will become on defense. Because as you can see right now, the second you get like droned out, naded, or flashed, like one piece of utility is used, you're screwed. There's nowhere to fall off to. You're already on the site. They have control of all these different angles. You're gonna be exposing yourself to multiple angles soon if they open that castle, right? So there's a lot of weaknesses that they could just capitalize on, and it's just a one-step plan to like basically screwing your defense over. And there it is. You get pinched because they took all this map control so fast, and you can't hold all the angles, so you get shot in the face, right? Now they have control of the site. But if you layered your defense, you started in blue. They don't drone you, you get a free kill, then you fall off. All of a sudden, they have less and less resources. But you guys are all sitting on site, placing your utility and saying, okay, let's hope that they don't open anything. And then the second they do, your guys' defense completely crumbles. Now this is nice because he can, again, use the cover, and the other guy doesn't have cover. We've been over this before, and the guy runs out of time. So, you know, luckily the teammates, again, are locking us in, locking us down. I mean, I really feel like this is a game where it's just like, we are relying entirely on our teammates to do good. All right, so we're running the Azami strat back. Again, they already have seen this. They have already pushed into this. They're kind of ready for it. I would like to see you use your Azamis more proactively. Like, the way I'm seeing this is you're like, okay, I have all these spots for my Azamis, and I have to put my Azamis there. It's like, this is an operator who is so versatile and so flexible and so adaptable. See where they're pushing and freaking start getting active with those things, man. Like, rotate your setups. Azami can create a setup anywhere on the map at any time as long as she has the Kibas for it. But if you just throw your Kibas down, that's like, okay, yeah, you're holding rafters, but what if they just don't push rafters? Then what was the point of putting any of your shit down? You can use Azami in so many different ways. That's like, don't put them all down right away. We're checking the cams this time. This is great. So you know their master side, you know their bar side. They're probably gonna come master. Why are we still sitting on the cams, right? Rotate, contest this, push it, push back at them, maintain that space. Look at your map control here. You guys have a guy rafters, that's you. You have four of you in sight, and the last guy is Pulse. Maybe secret? Yeah, secret stairs. So the problem with this is if they just take all this side of the map for free because they're not droning, as you saw the Twitch walking through. If you literally just sit over there, you get a free kill off the start, then you can go back to site. Wow, okay, that was easy, nice. But because you're not doing that, they can sit here and hold cross into sight, open up main wall, hold across into sight, hold across into sight from the window, and they have no contention because you can't hop out, you can't contest them at all because you have no map control. They can take bottom garage, they can take garage, and now all of a sudden they have crossfires on everything, and you guys are sitting in a box. That's not good. That's not good. And every single champion team or diamond team is going to take advantage of that and clap your cheeks every single time. So if you want to get to champion, you either A, have to only play emeralds and hope you win all of these matches somehow because they're the worst in the game, or B, you have to learn to beat better players. And you can't beat them doing this. They're obviously not coming garage door. It's shut. So change your focus. You know they're coming con, you know they're coming main breach. What can you do now if you kind of messed up and you ended up in this position off the start? You also know they're downstairs because Paul's just died. Well, you can fight back basement. You can try to get aggressive on this guy on the bottom floor. It's gonna be like a 50-50 fight. You also don't really know where he is. If he's already holding the angle, it might be a little tough. You could quickly cross to con side. I mean, at this point, it's really hard because you have to get across the main breach, which isn't open yet. But once you get to con, they could already be in con because you gave it up. So you have to try and get aggressive to get the picks back, to get the space back. It's not even that you need the kills, you need the space, because if they're in construction, holding the cross all the way through site, you can't sit and play cash to stop these plants. They just have crossfires all in the site and everybody is cooked. So then you have to be like, okay, well then, if that's the case, maybe I can set up my Kibas in the site to be able to isolate gunfights and maybe get some picks. They haven't opened the main breach yet, so maybe Bandit's just doing a great job and they're not able to. If that's the case, why are you still playing here? Move up and hold con, hold the hop in the window. Like you're holding nothing. These guys, what is this? What is this angle? What is this doing? You're looking at your own Kiba. The door is closed, bro. Oh my God, please. Please. Next time, go here. No, don't throw it on the bomb. Throw it right here. Throw it right here. Right here. See right here on the wall. It'll make a little arcway, and then you can hold the entire cross from your Kiba. And that's it. And then you could throw one like Swamp Door so they can't walk up behind you. They have to break it so you get information. Like you're holding the thing that they are not taking at all. Look, you Kiba this, now they have to break it. And then when you're sitting here holding this cross, if they punch this, you know, and you can rotate back to your spot and have all these nasty angles on this swamp guy, and you're gonna win this gunfight 9 out of 10 times. That way you're still holding an entire cross, you're supporting your team, but you still have the information if they come this way. So stop doing these because they are doing nothing at this point. This one may be good. Like I actually don't really like this one. I'd rather do it lower so you can peek over top of it, but hey, it doesn't matter. But the point is, stop throwing your Kibas for rafters when they're clearly not taking rafters. You're just wasting your utility. It's brain dead. But also it makes sense why you play Ash now, because you clearly, I don't know, you're just not thinking, dude. You're not thinking. Flick the switch on your brain and start thinking. You're botting out. You've watched too many TikTok strategy videos. You've used Grok too many times on your essay. Stop using ChatGPT. Learn how to think. Oh yeah, let's peek them. 4v3? How could they possibly win? Well, they have to push into the bomb sign plant. So let's peek the windows that on the angle he's already holding. Moronic. Just hold the cross, dude. They have to walk in through a doorway and hop in through. There we go. Why didn't you do this earlier? This is what you should have been doing for the past 2 minutes. Why are you peeking again? Bro, stop. Just calm down. Hold an angle. It's console too. They can't even like flick you as easily. Like it's gonna be way easier to hold angles. Go watch a stomping video, bro. I bet you he's not doing this shit. A console stomping montage. I don't know. All right. That was awful. You're gonna be hard stuck Emerald playing like that, so do better next time. We'll see you next week, guys.